Hi there, welcome to Bead with me. I'm Kay, your host from Vienna, Virginia, here at Stars Beads. Welcome. How is everyone doing today? Happy Monday. We'll wait a few minutes as people are hopping on. I'm hoping that everybody had a good weekend. I had a busy one and rolled right into Monday and finally getting over 2 Friday night lives ago for rocks and now getting into bubble beads. But it was a beautiful weekend. We actually built a tent out back and was playing in it. It's still back there, so maybe we'll see if Jonah will stay in there until dark. What did you guys do this weekend? Thought about bubble beads and watched the Friday Night Live several times over? Huh? Who's with me? Who's with me? Who made it from start to finish other than myself? And Jonah makes it through each time too. We've had an awesome weekend. There's still some bubble beads left, so not to worry if you guys are still getting in your orders. That's totally fine. You've got until the end of this week, okay? So keep on playing. I will have them here in the shop so you can come by and pick up any colors you might have missed too. So I can help you guys make those rainbow sets. I know that a few of you guys have been after those. Now remember, I'm giving away this pair of earrings out of those bubble beads, and I'm also giving away, where is it? This sweet little bracelet. Hey Nicole, I can't wait for my egg rolls tomorrow. Hey Ann, I've got your package getting mailed out to you, okay? So these two things, you guys, so make sure you guys are posting what you guys are making on Stars Beads page, okay? So every week I like to give away things that I've been making, and these two are this week's giveaway. So a cool pair of bubble bead dagger earrings and a sweet bracelet. Okay, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, okay, you got to replay the last feed, okay? And congratulations to those couple winners too. I think it was Sherry Lynn, and I think we had to make a correction. And I think actually you technically won those bubble bead earrings. I was looking back on the feed, so I'll be double checking, and I will send out notifications for you guys. Okay. All right. So I had some requests. People wanted to kind of talk about guys and jewelry and some different things. Since we have Father's Day coming up, I thought I would show you. I'm gonna do maybe 2 or 3 quick bracelets that you guys can make for the men in your life. Now, if you were watching on Friday Night Live, there's a couple of chains that I think are super easy. So I'm gonna show you how to make those and talk about guys and what I have found they tend to like. Obviously, my husband never wore jewelry until he met me, and always totally thought that was a little much for him, he would say. But as he got into the industry and really seeing the beautiful art that actually is with stone cutting and all the minerals and the geology of it, that really interested him. So now he really likes, the high-end things. He has some beautiful aquamarines and tourmalines, and you never know. Every once in a while, he has been known to sell off one of his fantastic strands. So when he's after and lusting after something new, just like I know I tend to be. Anyway, but usually guys like it kind of simple. They don't want to be loud until they really get used to it. So, in order to gauge your guy, all right, if he's never worn anything, but, he takes interest in what you're making, you may be surprised. So, I had worn this particular bracelet as well as a necklace, and doing something simple and thin, okay, we can do this in a simple black design, okay? And then you can make one for yourself too. So you can see that in this case, I've made it a necklace size, and then making it long enough that I can also wear it as a double wrap bracelet. Okay, so this one I thought we would hop over and I'll show you the different style of choices that we have available here. Okay, so in our area, guys tend to like simple and black. You can certainly add some beads onto it. Let me see. So in this case, I was just getting these components back in, but these are the little sliders that I put onto here. And mine is a magnetic clasp. Okay, super easy to do. Okay, oh, I think I put one on there already. Okay, so you can make it to size, and in this case, for a guy, this already has a decorative piece on there, so we can cut to size. On average, guys' wrists are about 8 inches. Okay, average women is a 7. Mine would be smaller, so you can kind of gauge accordingly. You can always take a string and have them wrap it around the wrist and measure it, so that way you can kind of get a gauge. Now remember, when we're looking at some of the leathers here, okay, we can do this in two styles of leathers. So if this is a little skinny, on my other wrist, I was wearing something called a licorice leather, and it's really, really thick. Okay, it's about, I think, an 8 by 11 millimeter in terms of thickness. And sorry, I just dropped it. But here it is in a black. Okay, and you can see it's a little bit textured, kind of like a man's belt. Okay, let's see if it's trying to focus in on the other kind of stuff. Okay, but we have clasps that are very similar, that are made for this particular ending. Okay, and you would just put that onto the end. So mine is a magnetic closure. You can kind of see here on the inside. So they attach really well. Hard to get them apart a lot of times. Okay, now these are super, super simple to make. And I'm going to bring these parts over to my station so we can make our first quick and easy one. So if you guys like this particular design, I can get you a kit really easily. We just cut pretty much, this is cut by the foot, so it's only $1.75 a foot, and then the clasp is 10 bucks. So you would just cut this down to size, and this is I think it's a 5 millimeter thickness. Okay, and I am missing one part, but I'm going to find that ruler here. And we're going to take that awesome super new glue. So these are pretty much all you need. Okay, so the most important thing really is just this closure. Okay, so if you like this magnetic clasp, I love it. It makes it easy to go on and off. Okay, and remember when we are dealing with different thicknesses, that inside diameter ends up being a little bit thicker or thinner. So the way that this one is made, and I'm going to make this one to fit myself. Okay, so I'm going to cut it to a 6.5. And in this case, I'm taking just a basic clipper. You can also take a box cutter, especially on this thicker Rigolise. You can take a box cutter. There's also a specialty cutter that we carry that you can use to cut it, to make it really easy for yourself. Okay, now the best way to do this is test it before you do it. Okay, because once the glue is happening and you're feeling like you're under time, okay, try it out before you put all that pressure on yourself. Okay, and I made my leather longer because I know I can go shorter, but I cannot go longer. Okay, so, and the inside diameter of this is going to be smaller. Okay, so even if we measure, it's kind of measuring from that kind of imaginary center. All right, so I'm gonna try this on and just see if that does the job for me. And that's the beauty. You can kind of glue one side and then you could cut down to size. And I think that this is gonna fit me just perfect. And I'm gonna add a couple of beads onto there for interest. Okay, now you could use, I've seen people use rubber bands. You're just looking for beads that have big enough holes, obviously, that fit a 5mm, and you can see that right here, that not all 5mm are created equal on top of, maybe I'm not going to put any beads on here, but also the components can also be. Okay, that is not as thin. I wanted to put beads on here, but maybe we're not going to. Maybe I'll find some other ones. So that oftentimes is the playing game, to try to find ones that will fit it. And I think that this 5mm is just a smidgen fat. But that's the beauty of this clasp, is that it's simple. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it plain, which I like because I also oftentimes am stacking my jewelry. So black, of course, matches everything. So we're gonna just take one dab of glue here. Remember that this is like a cup of water, so you literally just want to cover the base of it. I just put a drop in there. Put the lid back on your glue, you guys. And remember that this is super glue. These are not your eye drops. Can you believe I had someone tell me they accidentally used it as an eye drop? Would that be awful? That'd be terrible. Okay, so I'm sticking it in there, and I'm sticking the one side in with the clasp closed, okay? So that way then you can know which way that the leather is bending, and then we're just gonna sing the ABCs while that glue dries, okay? Because super glue is fast, okay? So you have some time, but not a ton of time. In this case, I was trying to do it, you want to check the curvature. So you can see this leather has a natural curve here. So going against the grain here makes it very, very difficult. So you do want to watch which way your piece is going along with the clasp, because some of the clasps will have a slight curve, okay, so that it fits your wrist curvature nicely, okay? So you can kind of see that this bends, I guess, in your direction, a smiley face, okay, versus this direction. Okay, have done that before. Okay, not fun to deal with. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then voila, we've got stack number 1. Okay, and then I'm gonna make some other stacks. This is gonna be a wrist that, like, I feel like the biker chicks can have a stack like this. Or Nicole, all those people wearing black. All right, that's stack number 1. We're gonna do a couple of skinnies today. I love that. You can see it matched with my one here, okay, and then I can wear these all together, no problem. All right, now I want to do these ones because these are so pretty, and I kind of consider this, you know, I guess a unisex chain. I need memory wire cutters, but we're gonna make quick and easy bracelets out of two very awesome chains. So this was a very popular one. We've just gotten a brand new black chain. So if you have not been a gunmetal person because it is rather bright, this is the new black. Okay, and then we've got an awesome snake chain. Okay, these are great for a simple men's bracelet. Okay, I've got some matching lobsters to go with them. So guys, again, keeping it simple. Okay, they don't want anything, you know, super exciting, and these ones are very strong, very durable for them. They are lead and nickel free and have a great anti-tarnish finish, so great on the wear and tear. Okay, and because guys tend to never like take off their stuff and they like live in their things, lobsters are the most secure thing generally for a guy. Okay, now we can still add a little interest, and I'm going to show you some options that we can throw on there. Maybe you guys have an opinion for me. So let's see, grab memory wire cutter. Alright, because these chains are very heavy duty, you want to use your memory wire cutters here. Otherwise, you'll be buying yourself a new pair of cutters fairly quickly. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and guesstimate. Again, you can always clip down chain. It's very easy to do. We have gotten all the parts and components to go with the black here. So we have some jump rings, and we're gonna make this because we can see this is about an inch. Okay, and I said that guys tend to be about 8. I'm gonna make this 6.5, so we're gonna make this about a 7.5. Okay, so maybe we can fit whoever might, I don't know, might win this next week. So we're gonna make a nice 3-stack bracelet. So if you have a man that is new to jewelry, you can just make one of these. If you've got a guy that is, you know, willing to wear jewelry, this makes a great stack of 3, you guys. So look, we put a jump ring right there, threw on the lobster claw, and in this case, this is big enough that it can go right in there. Okay, that's going to be style number 1, and I kind of like that. I'm wondering if that looks a little too small now that I have that one. All right, well, we could always change that out. All right, so this one I'm going to match in terms of the length here. So I'm going to do 6.5. I guess the lobster's a little smaller, but we're going to have to, in this one, we have to add a ring to the end because of this style chain once it's cut. Okay. And again, using those memory wire cutters is super helpful and a lot less wear on your pliers. Okay. I'm using those nice thick gauge jump rings to hook this on. And then we can take a look at a couple charms here and see if we want to add a little interest to there, just so you can see what that looks like. And you can decide and gauge on your guy. Okay, so opening and closing that jump ring. I really love this chain, both of these chains. And this new black on black. Actually, that one kind of looks like it would technically have been there. Look at that. Okay. So you guys can see this nice stack of 3. Okay, perfect for your guy, and we were done in, you know, what, less than 15 minutes? Okay, you know that this, you know, will withstand all of his wear and tear. Quick and easy. Now I'm going to see if they fit me. And see how it looks like on the wrist, you guys. Here, I had some other ones. So, you know, most of the time the guys, they don't want anything faceted. They don't want anything, you know, foo-fooey. I'm going to put these on. But, you know, you could add like a little thing of lava. That's a popular one. Guys like tiger's eye. I thought this was a cool one. So I'll hold these up. But we're going to see how just a simple stacking looks for your guy here, and see. And I love magnetic clasps because they're easy to put on and off once you get the hang of them. But you know, it's just like regular clasps, you know, that they take a little training to get them on. Okay, now in these ones you could add a little charm for the guy, you know. But this black chain is pretty awesome. I think we should use that with some of the big hole beads, and that leather and bead that we were, you know, selling all the parts and components on Friday. You could also do this with like a matte black stone. Okay, so check it out. What do we think? All right, nice and simple. Yeah, I do like that. Okay, so then I thought, okay, if we wanted to add a little interest, you know, you could pop a piece of hematite. Okay, you could even insert, you know, a cool kind of a brass bead. This is a handmade brass bead from Nepal. Okay, or a nice chunk of hematite. Do you think we should add a little charm to something? So let's see. See, you can add a center. I was thinking this might look kind of cool on this black one, hanging a charm off the black. But you guys get the idea. Okay, but quick and easy. And this really introduces leather parts. So those hard to find endings, we oftentimes will have those crimp ends. So if you're just using a simple 2mm leather, then we'll have the endings for those as well. Okay, so I can help you fit whatever cording size you think you guys need. Those are always hard. It's like trying to figure out the right screw at the hardware store or something, or you know, trying to match up all the parts. So you just pick out the main components and we can help you make the rest of the custom style kits for you, okay, just the way you like them. So if you like that 5mm, we can kind of look through the colors and choose some of the color sets you like, and as well as the class. So some of them we have in the coppers, the antique brass. If you're not big onto the silvers, then we have those as options. So feel free to video chat us. We can look through those options with you. Otherwise, I hope you got some good ideas for Father's Day. We'll probably be doing some more here through this week, and maybe we get a hello here. No, he's not stepping into the scene here today. Oh, you got a quick one. All right, you guys, have yourself a fantastic rest of the afternoon. It's a beautiful day out there, so make sure you guys enjoy it. This is another one too. I was wearing this one. Oh, look, I'm getting all the love here today, you guys. Oh, you gonna blow them kisses? It looks like, look at all those hearts. They're saying, oh, Jonah's so cute, right? All right, you guys, it's always fun. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow around 2 o'clock, and enjoy the day, okay? Have a good one.